Hello everybody, it's SuffolkBlue, all the way from merry old England. How the devil are you? I hope you are well. Welcome back to Starmade. Now, we are in space. We're back at the shop over here. Now, if you remember last time, I just sort of introduced you to the whole concept and everything else that was going on, and it was like, whoa, all new. Well, I've been doing a little bit of playing, a little bit of understanding, trying to work out what on earth I'm doing. So I've got a little bit better idea of what I'm doing now, and I made myself a little place. Shall we go and have a look at it? So this is our map screen. This is an incredibly confusing array of places, but essentially what I'm looking for is this planet here. This planet here is our plot path to current, so now we're going to this place. We can close that down. You can see there it is, and as you can see in number 4 in my hotbar along the bottom there, you can see that I've got a jump engine which is now fully charged. Thank you, Digi. Digi did point out that I actually need to manually charge this thing using the left mouse button. I don't have a lot of power on this vessel. It's not the the fastest vessel in the book, but what we can do, we should be able to right click now, and here we go, hopefully. Oh, and as I shoot past the planet, hopefully it's not too far. There it is. Excellent. And we've just jumped all the way from the shop, which is over there somewhere, to the planet. So let's head on in, not having to go too fast. Now you can see on this planet already there is, we need to switch to 3, ready for landing, as we bring ourselves into the atmosphere. You can see I'm still not very happy with the way in which these planets sort of, I don't know, you can almost scan through them as they're loading in. That's not great, and that needs a little work. But remember, this is alpha. There's lots of things already changing. But let me tell you something about this game. It is mega addictive. I have spent a long time fiddling about, playing about with things, trying to get things to work, trying to see what works and how to craft things and all this good stuff. I find it safer to enter planets like this than I do at speed. But you can see there seems to be something green on the surface, and indeed there is. I decided that I was going to make this little planet my home, only because it seemed like a good place at the time to sort of get with the program. There we go, straight down. That gun, by the way, routes it so that you can land in the right place, and now we're here. We should be able to do... Oh, I didn't do that, did I? Whoops, hold on. There we go. So there's our ship on the ground, all sorted out, all locked on place with the rail at the bottom there. So that's now docked. But look what we've got here. I've done a little bit of building. I wanted to have a little factory, a little place where I could build things. Now, I'm going to talk to you about building things that I've learnt so far. This is not necessarily the best, the only way. But as you can see, I have made myself a little green lit factory base, if you like, just on this planet, just to start with. And we've got a plexi door, and if I do that, we can open the plexi door, and then we can shut the plexi door. Oops, if I press the right button, you can. There we go. Excellent. So we're now inside, and this is glass. Okay, this is all glass, and we're now inside our base, floating around on this asteroid. We've got glass, but it's a bit dark in here, and I wanted to make some lights. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the manufacturing process. Now, here you can see we've got some power reactors going on here, and we've got some a factory block, or a basic factory block. And if I open it up, here it is, basic factory. And what we have to do, this took quite a while for me to understand what I was doing, but you know, a little bit of patience and a little bit of playing around, you sort of get there in the end. First thing I'm going to do is I need to choose a production. So let's say, for example, that I wanted to make this grey, or this grey hull here. What we need to do is go to change production. Let's go and find that particular item. I'm sure you could probably press a button and go there quicker than this, but I'm going to do it this way. So here they are. This is all the things you can build in a basic factory, yeah? And I want to build a grey hull, let's say. Okay, so okay. I can now look at the production recipe, and it says that I need 1 alloyed metal mesh times 1, so just one of those, and 1 crystal composite. Okay, so if we go to alloyed metal mesh, which is here, and how do we make alloyed metal mesh? Well, if we go to refining resources, here is how we do it, and the way we do it is that all the ore that we dig up you can put into this, and it will refine it down to metal mesh. Similarly with these little crystals, which one don't I mind losing? Probably you. Let's just do this for a second and see if it works. Have I got the right one in the right box? So again, we're waiting for this to refine. Again, we've mined these out of all the asteroids and all that sort of malarkey. Yes, it does work. And there it is, crystal composite. So crystal composite and alloy mesh. It's pretty basic building blocks for everything, really. We can get rid of that now. So back to the basic factory. We've decided we needed one crystal composite, so we'll take one of those by right clicking, picking a number, and one alloyed metal mesh, again one with a number, bump. So we've put those two in. Let's have a look at the recipe again. So one alloyed metal mesh, one crystal composite will make a grey hull, one crystal composite, one alloyed mesh. If I activate the production, bump, deactivate it, we've now got another grey hull piece. Easy as that. Simple as that, couldn't be any easier. And it's powered from these reactor modules here. I've also got, this is the capsule refinery, which if we look at recipes, we can put in basic sort of Tekket or Dolums, or I've actually sold loads of these, so it doesn't matter. But essentially it makes an awful lot of these capsules, and these capsules can then go on to make more complex things. We've also got a micro assembler over here, and again we can put things in here and get stuff out of them. Again, it's just like other more advanced factory units, that's all, and they're all running off this power generator, but we can't run them all at the same time, and this one is just another basic factory. Now it is quite dark in here, quite dull in here, so we're going to make some lights, okay, just to show you again. So let's change the production. We want white strip lights, really. White paint, white rod lights. Here we are. Okay. View the production. We need Parcine capsules, just one. Well, I've already over the shop. I've actually gone and bought some of these, so we can put those in here, and we can activate it. And here comes the white rod lights going through the system, and this will just lighten everything up in here for us in a second. We'll pop these out, nice and bright, and we can see what we're doing. So you see, it's quite simple. There. Deactivate. Let's take that off. Right, now to place these down, what we need first to do is to get the orientation correct, how we want it to look. So like that would be lovely. Just right clicking it, left clicking it down. Oh, which side did I put that on? So there, this one, there. And now we have a lit up little factory inside this little bunker base, which we can go out and have a look. You can see through the glass, you can see everything that's going on. Obviously we're on gravity, so we can jump around on the asteroid, we're not going to fly away from it. But there we go! And then we can shut that up, if I press the right button, there we go, when we don't want it. Yeah? And these green lights were made just using some green crystals. I can't think what they're called, begins with B. But essentially they were made with the green crystals. So there we go, we've got a little factory base, and this is just designed... You know, I mean, it's so simple. These wedges, again, are just made by putting them through the basic factory, selecting the appropriate resource, appropriate output, sorry, picking the right resource and putting it in the system, and they spit them out, and then you can just place them. And I have to say, much easier than wedges and microblocks in Minecraft, because you sort of, by using the control key, you orientate exactly where you want it to be, and it works really well. So, let's just shut up that door again. There's no automatic door that I'm aware of at the moment. But we may discover one later. The sun's just coming up anyway. We can... So there we go, we're inside. How do I turn on? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. How do I get off? Let's not do that anymore. On goes his helmet, which seems odd. For no apparent reason. I can press 1. Boom. Anyway, so what are we going to do today? Well, so talking about this, how all this works, the next thing I really want to look at doing is probably starting to build a proper salvage ship. Yeah, because at the moment we're sort of we haven't really got a proper ship, and I'm going to sort of take this ship apart a little bit. I'll show you what I mean. Actually, shall we go and dismantle it now? So this ship has served us very, very well. So if I go to here and here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dismantle. I'm going to take off it anyway. It's things here. Take off some of these. That's the jump engine. I suppose we could almost leave on there really at the moment, just so it's like a mini fighter. We'll probably take off these ones. It doesn't need that targeting computer anymore. Actually, let's just take it apart. Because we need to make something which is a little bit more useful, let's say. Oh. What's that say? No, you can't delete that, can you? You want to delete the core, this will destroy the ship, and you will get the core, okay? We no longer have a ship, okay? The ship's gone. That's the rail, so the rail can stay there, that's fine. So that's completely got rid of. So let's talk about building ships, because obviously that ship was already built when we started, so you didn't get to see me make any of that. Let's get our inventory sort of sorted out, because we don't need all these guns on here. Let's get rid of those. Come on. Don't need any of these on here, because we're not really going to use guns anyway. We're not going to use that at the moment, or that at the moment. Jump drive not yet, and thruster module not yet. So that gives us 30 of these. Now I want to make some more grey hulls so that we actually have a proper size ship for this that I want to do. So again, we can come in here. Let's go and activate our computer, or our factory. Now change production. I like grey. Grey seems to work quite well, and it's really cheap and easy. It's the easiest one to make. So because this is just a ship that was going to be doing our salvaging, if you like, we don't need to have sort of enormous amounts of stuff. Okay, view the recipe. So we need one mesh and one composite, remember. I want to make 50 of these at least to start with, so 50 of those, 50 of those, and activate. Boom, going. Excellent. We can leave that alone, let that run. So back out here now. So welcome back, everybody. We are all the way up here, floating in space. How did I get up here? Well, I made a little pod and sort of got up here, and then I've taken the pod apart again. So now that we're up here, it should be a little bit easier to be able to make ourselves a ship. So we're going to call this the Scarab Salvager. Bump. So how do I know which way round you are? If I go into build mode, like so, where is the front of this thing? Does it matter? Okay, so we're going to start off then, I think. Arrows pointing that way, so that's the front, is it? This way is the front. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Remember, we're making just a very simple ship for Scarab work, basically salvaging. And I wonder if I put my power in for that. How much power do I get from that? Capacity 7621 of 50,000. It's a very long recharge rate. Let's do that. Does that make any difference? 20,000 of 50,000 with a higher recharge rate. So if I do that and that and that, 42,500 out of 50,000 with a high recharge rate. That's pretty good. So that'll do. So the next thing then is to hide. Or can I hide? Because I want to make this a little bit aesthetically pleasing. And then something like that, maybe. Maybe we could use. Ooh. Maybe we can use some of those wedges just to make that look a little better. Because it looks terrible at the moment, but it'll be alright. And there, boom, boom, boom. And then I think we need to put in our thrusters. How's that looking? That way around, is it? Okay. And that little arrow just helps us get that in the right place, yeah? So you see that pointing backwards? Yeah. That's pretty good, that'll do. Okay, it doesn't need to be the fastest thing on the planet because effectively, if I do control again. Oops, got that wrong. Let's do a control jobby. Like that, that's what we want. And we're going to have more of those just to make sort of pad that out a little bit. And then what we want is we can either, we've only got 5 of these, remember, we probably need 6 maybe. Is we could go, they're facing that way around, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we need 1 more which we can go down and get when we go down and take this down to land, I think. And then actually once it's on the ground we should be able to make it easier to build it all together. I'm going to put my salvage computer like so. Okay, and then what we need to do is, now that we've got that, is to link these to the salvage computer, and we're linking these these salvage units to the salvage computer. So that's done. And then I think we need to do. This is an ugly ship. This is not one of my favourite and best ships, but it's okay. The thruster units, I want to put. We've got 6 again, haven't we? I wonder if I take you and you off, and I do. Are you facing the right way? You're not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to put 1 there and 1 there. That's all 6 of them in. Now the next thing I want to put in place is the rail thing as well, which is here, the rail docker. And you got to get this right way around. I got this wrong way around so many times before. Probably the same thing will happen again, but let's give it a go. And control. That looks right, which scares me somewhat. Like that for now. That'll put us directly in the centre. We've got power. We don't have any weapons on board, okay, which is fine. Let's go in here. You can see that we've got the power that I was expecting. Let's go to T and bring our salvage computer down to here, which is fine. That's in there now. Take T off. Now, can I move forward? We can. Shall we try and find something to mine? Actually, I can just do. You are focusing beams. Is it to do with power? Could well be. Oh no, they seem to be reloading, so I was expecting there to be, unless I'm firing lasers behind me, which would be odd. Let's have a look. I want to see which way I'm facing, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. This is where the name Scarab comes from. Now let's see. Well, I am facing the right way round. Maybe they're not powerful enough though. So let's slow right down. Cancel. Let's take our rail docker and put that on 2. Let's get 2 on, and let's go and see if we can't land this thing. Well, that works. Okay. Now, which way round have we landed, do you reckon? Because that don't look right. Whew. 2. And if I can get out of this, we'll see how this has landed us. Upside down is how it's landed us. So again, we got the rail docker wrong, yeah? That's fine. We can do that. And we can do that. Let's go back out into space. And stop. Back to here. So we know that this was on wrong. We need to get a little bit of distance between us. That can come out. So let's go into control. Now is that right? Only one way to find out. We're upside down, but we have landed it, but we are upside down, so that's got to be the other way round. Okay. This is a bit of a pain. Why are you spinning? And then control. That's got to be right. Surely. Let's have a look. Yes! And then I could do that, and I could do that. Boom! The Scarab has landed. Now it's on the floor, you see, it does become a little bit, and it's stable because it's on that rail point, it does become a little bit easier now to play around with it and get something built. And what we want, I think, they're not in the way, are they? No. So we want some more edges, and we want some more salvagey points. Let's go back into here, change production, drop down. I want salvage gun thingies, salvage modules. Here we go. View production. We need alloyed mesh and crystal composite, 5 of each. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's make 1 to start with because I need to make it even. 5 and 5 and activate and deactivate. Good. So now we have at least got the 6 on either side that we were going to have. Now how do I build this? I need to go into the ship like so, and those are still all joined together. Do I want 2 there, or would I rather have 2 on the top? I would rather have you gone, and you gone, and you gone, and you gone, and instead have now I don't know whether this power's not going to help, I don't think, because it's not connected to the power. So if I got rid of you and I put in you and you, I'm not sure whether that's going to help or not, but I can put the targeting computer thingy, what's a doodah there, and I can put, I reckon this should be the end of the Scarabs actually. So there, and there, and then connect these up to that computer as well. There and there. And I want these longer, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 6 of them in total. And actually, I don't want you there or there. I want you here, there, and there. And I want 6 more in total. Oh, because I'm still in the ship, you fool. Okay. Where did I make these? Over here? I can't remember now. We'll do it here anyway, quickly. Salvage our module. And what, 5, so we need 6. So 30 of those. 30 of those. And go. Are you going to make them? You are. Now we haven't got a jump computer on the Scarab, but as I say, this is all about, just all about, salvaging, getting items really. Now I saw somebody had an amazing ship which was like, it had like a column of these things all together, and it was just incredible. But this is ours for now, and we'll tinker around with it in the next episode and give it a test out. Let's go back into here. Back up to build, come away from there because we weren't in there anyway, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you see, I'm not so sure. I'm taking these off here. It just looks ugly otherwise. Ooh. And then what we can do is, I think we can go 1 there, 1 there. What's that doing for power wise? 50,000. It's got 50,000. And then we can go 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. So that's the sort of basicsy basics. I need to go to T, salvage computer. Yeah! Ooh, look at the length of that drill. Was that firing all of them? I think so. But there we go, so that's working brilliantly. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. And so next time, how much engines have we got? We've only got the 4 now. We could probably put in, I don't know if I mind 4. 4 might be fine, because we could put the jump engine in the middle there actually if we wanted to. I think I might. But next time when we come back then, this is it for today, this is all our episode. We've rebuilt our ship and I've told you a little bit about the whole building things. When we come back, we're going to pretty this up a little bit, and we'll do a little bit more building on this, then we'll take it out and go and get some resources. So as I say, we're moving very slowly. There are factions, you saw I joined the faction today, so we aren't at the stage yet where we're going to start killing each other, but I don't reckon that's going to be too far away, if the truth be told. Oops, let's come down to land. But there we go, the new Scarab, the mighty Scarab has been built. So thank you very much for watching. I hope I'm learning, you're learning, we're all learning together. Go and check out all the other guys who have got Starmade videos. Go and have a look at what they're doing as well, and check out the other factions and see how they're progressing. But from me, SuffolkBlue from Starmade, you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.